Hi, Chef Hisham. Welcome to the National Critics' Choice Online News. I'm Robin Steinberg. Welcome to my show. So, right now you're the executive chef for the Roundhouse, and tell us, what do you have in store for all our viewers? The kind of food and pizzas you have in mind.
Okay, what I have in mind is basically it's much more on the modern European. It's a cross, basically it's a crossbreed of French, Spanish, and some of the Mediterranean dishes.
Uh-huh.
And we try to keep it as classic as possible, and also to inject on the new modern era.
So, what makes a good pizza?
Makes good pizza is the dough, and presently our dough are secret recipe.
Aha, the secret recipes. And so how many kinds of herbs and spices do you use for your dough?
Secret.
Oh, a secret too. Okay. So what can our viewers expect when they come and visit the Roundhouse? What's the first dish that you can recommend them? for
Pizza.
The pizza, really?
Pizza.
And what kind of pizza? Is it a thin crust or the?
It's a thin crust pizza,
Uh huh.
and you can't get any other thin crust pizza other than our place.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The reason is basically our thin crust pizza. Usually, when you get a pizza, you leave it up, it will drop.
Yes.
Ours, it will stay.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And that's a secret. You're not going to tell me.
That's the secret of the dough. Even my pizza guys doesn't know the recipe.
Oh, okay. So how often do you prepare your dough?
Basically, we prepare the dough every day. I'll
Oh, wow.
come maybe 2 or 3 hours earlier. I'll prepare the dough. They will just do the finishing.
Well, and only the freshness.
Yeah.
Great. So once again, folks, please do come and to the Roundhouse Pizza Bar and Restaurant here in Singapore at the Turf Club, and you may get an autograph from Chef Hisham if you do see him. And of course, once again, Chef Hisham, thank you for joining us here. We look forward for your wonderful pizzas coming ahead. And before we actually go, what is the one pizza that you can't live without every day?
And food.
Yeah. Is there any one pizza? Is there any one pizza?
Oh, that I can't leave.
Yeah, that you can't live with it. You got to have it.
I got to have it. It's either the signature, Loco Lopez, because it's spicy, and the other one will be the Angus.
There you go, folks. Please get hold of the Loco Lopez pizza recommended by Chef Hisham himself today. Vanessa, welcome to my show.
Thank you very much for having me on.
Yeah, Vanessa, tell us, after you have written your memoirs,
Yeah.
of a DJ, and you actually move on to open up this wonderful restaurant, the Roundhouse restaurant, pizza bar here in Singapore. What actually is your strength that drives you?
There are a few things. Well, if you want to start from the divorce itself and then writing the book and all that, I mean, the key strength I think from moving on from something that's very dire or very difficult in life, I think it would be actually looking at the situation and not letting it be the big picture, because the big picture is actually a lot bigger than you, and you realize there's a lot more to life. So when you can tell yourself that, okay, that didn't work out, put that aside. Life is full of ups and downs, life is full of failures and successes as well. And if you take the good together with the bad, and you realize it's always good. When there's bad, there's good. So all you have to do is tell yourself, okay, so this didn't work out. Look at the details and go, all right, I think, I've learned from this. Put it aside. It's not something that you can forget, of course, but it's something that you can learn to forgive. You can forgive yourself. You can forgive anybody else, and tell yourself that it's not the end of the world. Seriously, you go through your mourning period, your grief. You allow yourself to have all the emotions, and you will question life. You will question your religion and your faith. You will question yourself, especially. But after a while, give yourself that time. Okay, so and then after a while, look around at the big picture, and then you realize there's a lot more that you can do. There's a lot more that life has to offer you, and that's when you say, okay, let's move forward. Don't just sit back and be someone to absorb self-pity only. That's never gonna work for you. Nobody's gonna love you for that, and least of all yourself. So just move forward. Put
Now-
it behind you.
And so, Vanetta, who are your heroes in your life that you admire and that you also read about that reinforce your strength?
Wow, who in life inspires me? My mom, I think, is probably my biggest inspiration. She went through adversities of her own. When as a child, she wasn't given much educational opportunities. She was forced at a young age to leave school and to become a very domesticated person when there was a lot more that she could have done. It's one of those. It's that time of the century. It just happened. Life dealt her that road, that path, and but she has always had a very strong spirit, a very strong will, and a very, very good common sense and logic about her. And I've always used her as my inspiration and my guide. And one of the main things she's always said to me was, and I actually wrote it in the book as well, you want to do something, do it properly. I haven't managed to 100% achieve that in everything I've done, but it's a very good yardstick, it's a very good guiding rule that I try to live my life by. So she would be the main inspiration for me.
So, speaking about inspiration, let's go back to the Roundhouse right now, the Roundhouse Pizza Bar and Restaurant here in Singapore. What's the inspiration behind it, and why do you call Roundhouse?
Okay, well, this is me and my husband's baby, so to speak, and we've always wanted to have something like this, where we entertain, we take care of people, we give them great food and great drink and have a great time. And that's why when they come here, we always want them to have, a lovely experience. And we love to entertain at home, and people, and even our wedding as well was, we keep hearing this, one of the best weddings we've ever been to, We were like, yes! And so with this experience, we've really put together something which we hope is a great experience. And with the environment, with the food, and with the drink and the company, we have great service. I mean, our staff are so friendly, and everyone says so, and great service. It's combined with great food and a great atmosphere. So I guess in that sense, that's where the name comes in as well. But the main inspiration for it, I guess it's karma, destiny, whatever you want to call it. We were trying to find the name for the place, and I asked my husband, Wayne, I said, well, this is going to be your very first restaurant/bar. What was the name of the very first bar you went to? And he's brought up in Yorkshire in England. And he said, well, it was called Roundhouse. And we were like, it was because Roundhouse is the word house, which also signifies steakhouse, because we do great charcoal grill food and steak and grilled stuff. And also, Roundhouse was, in so many ways, when we looked at it, at the moment when you heard the name, and also in hindsight, we were like, this is perfect because we've come full circle. Okay? Why? How? Many ways. I used to live in the Turf Club, and this is where Roundhouse is located at 100 Turf Club Road. My father used to work here, you see? He was a starter for the races. He had his office here, right here. And so that's one. Second is just up here, across from us, one of our neighbors at Riders Lodge, me and Wayne got married there. We had our ceremony, our ROM ceremony there at the covered grass lawn. So that was number two. And number three, we used to hang out here at the former restaurant that used to occupy these premises. And actually there's four. So we're very familiar with this place. And number four, the actual bar itself is a roundhouse. This used to be a rolling box for horses. So if you think about it, there's so many things that fit with the name Roundhouse. And we've really truly come full circle.
It sounds like you're going to write a book about the Roundhouse someday.
Maybe. Might be a coffee table book or a recipe book or a cookbook or something. Yeah, maybe.
Now, did you grow up loving pizzas? Are you a pizza lover yourself?
Yeah, I love pizzas. I love pastas. I love grilled salmon, pork chop, lamb chop, and steak. So you know what? This is my perfect home. The best food that we all love here. And my husband is very particular And especially with the Sunday roast as well, we have it every Sunday, and it's very traditional, almost home cooked, with the traditional style and quality that you crave. You know, if you think about Sunday roast, especially from England, so it truly is very homey and very wonderful food cuisine that we have here.
Do you consider your cuisine as a Singaporean fusion cultural cuisine?
No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, I think if anything, it's very, very much modern European. So I wouldn't say it's got Singaporean cuisine in it. But the folks that come here are a great mix. You know, families, locals, expats, and I think it's a great melting pot in it by itself. But the cuisine is very much what everybody loves. It doesn't matter where you're from. You can always enjoy pizza or a pasta or a steak.
But once again, could you tell us, is there a website for Roundhouse or Facebook which our viewers can follow up?
Okay, for the website, it's www.roundhouse.com.sg, and for our Facebook page, it's facebook.com/roundhousepdg, which stands for Roundhouse Pizza Bar Grill. So keep that in mind.
Now, a lot of my viewers like to know, is there any one particular dish at a Roundhouse that you can't live without every day?
That I can live without every
Yeah,
day.
that's right.
Oh, I'm a homey girl. I love the spaghetti bolognese. But the one thing you must try is the pizza called the Loco Lopez, if you dare. And if you think about Singaporean fusion, I think that would be the closest, probably one of the main dishes or early dishes that has a Singaporean touch, because it's a tomato mozzarella based pizza with jalapeno, capers, salami, and chili padi. And it's
Wow.
named Loco Lopez for a reason. Yeah.
Okay. What's next for the Roundhouse?
What's next? Well, we actually love, okay, besides looking at our menu, we love hot meat sandwiches. Okay, and that's what my husband loved to put next on the menu. So we intend to make sure that pizza delivery gets out there as much as possible, because we have a service. You can call 6466-2466, and hot meat sandwiches one day we intend to put that on the menu. But for now, we just want people to come down and enjoy our quiz nights every Wednesday, our Sunday roast every Sunday. In fact, the weekend brunch menu as well is different. So there's always something new to try or something different to try here at Roundhouse. And even if you've gone through the entire menu, go through it again, because it's just something you can eat all the time. It's very homely, and yet very good quality food as well.
Well, once again, Vanessa, thank you for joining us here at the National Quiz Choice. And folks, once again, thank you for joining me here at the National Quiz Choice Online News. I'm Robin Steinberg. And don't forget, if you're in Singapore, please drop by at the Roundhouse, at the Turf Club, and enjoy the wonderful pizzas that Vanessa has to offer.
Thank you.